pillage, and plunder. The phrase is associated with pirates and barbarians of old. But such madness is widespread today in southern Kyrgyzstan, where an ethnic Kyrgyz majority has perpetrated a furious attack on the local Uzbek minority. The official death toll after 8 days of violence is around 200, but interim Kyrgyz leader Rosa Otunbayeva says the actual figure may be higher, an exact count lost in the chaos. Businesses have been looted and burned. Homes have also been set ablaze. The United Nations estimates as many as 400,000 people have been driven from the area. There are also numerous reports of young girls being raped. In the city of Osh, Matlyuba Akramova says her 16-year-old relative was raped when she came out of hiding to bandage her father's head following an attack.
Then a crowd saw this girl, and they immediately assaulted her in front of her father. What they did to her, even animals wouldn't do that.
An Uzbek doctor in Osh told reporters many victims are reluctant to speak about their experience. And a researcher with Human Rights Watch, Anna Neistat, says the number of victims is difficult to determine.
I just documented at least one case where I spoke to the woman who was raped, and it is clear that this is not the only case. There are several other women here in the same location. So I think by now I can say with confidence that cases like that did happen. The question is the scale.
The United Nations, the United States, Russia, and others are providing humanitarian assistance to refugees. As many as 100,000 refugees may have crossed into Uzbekistan. Others are huddled on the Kyrgyz side of the border. Already traumatized by the recent violence, many refugees face more difficulties ahead. Calvin White is a mental health specialist with Doctors Without Borders in one of the refugee camps.
As each day passes, they're going to be more and more wondering about their futures, and there's going to have to be some answers. And that's when the real stress is going to begin. It's when they get to that position where they say, now what? What's going to happen to us?
In a sign the violence is subsiding, Kyrgyzstan's interim leader Rosa Otunbayeva finally arrived in Osh. Security concerns prevented an earlier visit. She promised to rebuild the city and allow refugees to return. The U.S. Assistant Secretary of State Robert Blake visited refugee camps in Uzbekistan ahead of meetings with interim officials in Kyrgyzstan. Peter Fedynsky, VOA News, Moscow.